everybody. You listen to the 2-5 cast. I am your host, Kamden. I'm here with Mike.
Hi.
And it is just us.
It's me.
It's just us. You're not actually a singular person. You're multiple people. You're Ermac, actually.
Mac? Ermac?
You're Ermac.
Who's Ermac?
You fucking play Mortal Kombat.
I don't remember Ermac. I remember Noob Saibot, which is the creator's name backwards.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
No, Ermac is he's like
Ed Boon?
He's like a spirit. Like he's like he's like a conglomerate of spirits.
Okay.
Like when he comes up, he goes like, "You are one, but we are many." Like,
Oh.
Okay.
It reminds me of like Legion from Mass Effect. Mass Effect. Yeah.
I haven't played Mass Effect.
Oh, okay.
Apparently, you played Mortal Kombat.
Yeah,
sorry.
I've only played like
Shitting on
hours, a handful of hours worth of Mortal Kombat, but I know Ed Boon.
When I was friends with my one old like drug addict friend before like they got really into drug drugs. Got into
drugs.
Right. Yeah.
Let's get deep into this cocaine.
Let's just stick our hand in and here
That's
we go.
not how you do drugs. You don't put your hands in. Go on.
Also, please don't do drugs.
Drugs.
Drugs. Made me think of that Vine, but whatever.
Another Vine with owls in it. We were talking about Vines before.
Yeah, like the fucking, you got this, Travis. But Mike hates that one.
I do.
Which
Talk
is
about
fine.
cocaine or
Anyway.
whatever you're talking about.
No, because I used to go over to their house all the time and fucking play Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Like,
Mortal Kombat.
also, I used to play Mortal Kombat with my my ex.
Yeah.
We used to just like chill on his couch and play Mortal Kombat just because fucking why not?
Who'd you play? Who'd you play as?
Ermac.
Ermac? Okay.
Because I just brought this up. That's why I know.
Yeah.
Sometimes I play as Sub-Zero,
I'd probably play as Raiden
but I mean,
because he was a cool dude.
yeah, I don't know. I dabbled in a little bit of everybody, but I
Smoke.
no.
Johnny
I
Cage.
didn't play Johnny Cage.
Sub-Zero.
I played Sub-Zero sometimes. Like I said, I mained Ermac.
Johnny Cage is just like a dude without a shirt.
Yeah, it's fucking all.
Johnny Cage is like freaking John Cena.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
Is that Johnny Cage's theme? Because it certainly wasn't John Cena's.
Thank you. God, who else did I play? That was really about it. I didn't really try and. Like I said, I kind of.
Who's that forearm fucker?
Kronos.
Do they deal with time?
Yeah, I think the God of War dude. He was like
Kratos.
Thank you. It's like I was like, what? Yeah, that guy. I played God of War with a different ex of mine.
Now they got like fucking Jason or no Freddy in it.
Yeah, they got a lot of like unlockables.
Fucking Freddy, he's got to walk to him. He's fucking quick.
Is he really?
Yeah.
I like looking at they
had the alien from Alien.
The fatalities on YouTube, like
the titular alien.
the titular.
I feel
alien.
like that's what I do with Mortal Kombat these days.
What?
Fucking hit the thing apparently.
Oh man, that's funny. No, I just like sometimes I don't own any way to play it. Like I only own a fucking.
Yeah, that's also the thing. Like my way of playing Mortal Kombat is me dropping like $300 on a machine that can play Mortal Kombat. I guess it's on the PC. I guess I could do that.
Probably do fucking anything on a PC nowadays, to be honest.
But it is also on the PC, like made for.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, again, because I also don't really own a PC you can play games on.
Yeah.
I own an 8-year-old laptop.
Or does that laptop own you?
No, I own it because I'm not on it that often.
Because I put my name on it. You don't see laptop written on me anywhere, do you?
No, it's just fucking Kamden. My screensaver is the stupid old like name that like bounces around, from the fucking 2000s.
Yeah.
When people do like those like block colored names.
I still like the PC maze, the Windows maze.
Oh, I love it.
That one's my favorite.
Yeah, they're great.
And the pipe.
I love
fucking
the
laying out
pipes.
some pipe.
Yeah. Thanks. I love it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. They're always like different colors too. And
Yeah, so colorful.
I always like tried to follow them. Like, where does this start and where does this end? Oh, no one knows.
So I had something to start with today. I had someone come into the Pokemart and
do we know this person?
No. And they were like, they're talking about like, oh, I went to this one store, I was looking for something. Like, whatever. It's like all exposition. It doesn't really matter. But he was like looking for someone, and he's like, oh, well, we might as well check out the Pokemart. And so we were just talking, and for whatever reason, he decides to bring up LARPing. Do you know what LARPing is?
Of course.
Yes. Okay. and he wanted me to join. And I've always kind of wanted to. I've been to a couple events, but I never like did my own thing. I never had like gear and stuff. And I was like, I thought the dudes with the bow and arrows with like the little fucking punching, like basically if fucking Hawkeye was a joke and he had fucking punching gloves on his like those things,
gauntlets,
not gauntlets, just like the little pillows, the little like circular pillows.
Yeah,
I always thought those were so cool. Like I wanted to fucking hit someone with an arrow and not kill them.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I'm considering it, at least checking out. Like he gave me like a website to sign up for, and I had to do a Facebook thing, and I don't know. I'll probably remake my Facebook. But would you ever do that with me? Would you?
A LARP?
Yeah.
I've thought about it because I was kind of friends with this guy, and he was like really into LARPing. And I also was like, hey, this seems cool. I can get down with this.
Yeah.
But then I realized like I'm way too passive. Like, you know me. I'm too passive. And the only thing
someone come to swing and be like,
The only thing like, have you ever fucking seen what's that? Role Models?
Yeah.
Literally at the end, it's like when she's like, "Oh, I won because I hit out." That is me.
Yeah.
Like I'm just gonna be stealth somewhere, like
a little sneaky, sneaked in.
Yeah. And I only ever really enjoyed like the costume. I was like, I like the costume. Right
yeah. See, that's why I thought you would be into it. I'd be like, dude, you'd fucking like, let's make some weapons.
Yeah.
And make some characters, and we'll fucking do it. But then, like,
you fucking go out there and you have fun.
The whole time I was talking to him, and I'm like, yeah, I really want to do this. And I'm like thinking about like, I have zero time for this. Like, why do I think I could do this? Like, what's making me think I have the time to put into this? And I don't know. I was just, I wanted to bring it up because I was just like, something that I've always thought was really cool.
That's like, there's people I follow on YouTube.
Yeah.
They don't LARP necessarily. LARP. They don't LARP.
For people who are uninitiated, LARPing stands for live action role play game.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just
LARP. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's no game. So yeah,
roleplay.
live action role play. And I'm sure it takes forms or it manifests in different forms, like depending on what it is. I'm sure there's like Star Wars LARPing where you have lightsabers and blasters and like it's whatever you want to do. But a lot of times you just meet in the forest and you beat the shit out of each other with like styrofoam bats like swords and shields and
like
weapons, and you do what you got to do to get done. So
yeah, so like if you ever seen the movie Role Models, it's exactly that.
Yeah,
that's exactly what it is, except without all the weird interlude stuff with like the foster kids. Or
Cut
something.
to the dude throwing out pine cones saying lightning bolt, lightning bolt, lightning bolt.
It's funny.
But hold on, I must conjure more spells. And he's just like grabbing fucking more pine cones off the ground.
Yeah, well, like he's like fucking throwing like fairy dust, and it's actually the fucking pine needles. It's just like pew, pew.
The only issue is I'm fucking an adult now, and I don't think I could handle someone's bullshit being like, I got you. You didn't actually hit me. My arm was... I would just be like, I'm fucking so done. I'm just going to hit you with my car.
I'm sure, like, probably the dude that came to the Pokemon, was he a grown adult?
No.
Okay. Well, I'm sure depending on, like, the league that you join will depend on, like, who's there. Like, so if you actually find, like, a LARPing league of, like, all adults, I'm sure there's, like, a code of ethics like you have to follow, and if you don't, people are like, get the fuck out, we're not gonna deal with that shit. Like if you have like a younger crowd, I don't say there's no promise there, I don't think, but yeah, you have like adults are probably like, this are the rules, and if you don't want to follow them, if you break them, bye. Fucking bye, pumpkin.
Bye.
Slap me, bitch.
Slap me, bitch.
You motherfucking whore.
You won't.
And she spits on her.
Yeah.
On her mouth.
I think like the part that I'm interested in the most is the weapon crafting, just because like it seems like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. That's what I wanted to talk about. I like I said, I've only had experience in that one time where I was just kind of like spectating.
Yeah. So. How long ago was that?
Oh God, I was in high school still, so long ago.
You're old.
Excuse me?
Fucking Mike's face.
It almost was so like 10 years ago, though, so boy, like, murder's an option, isn't it?
God, what did I say earlier? Mike and I were both at the Pokemon at some point today. working. What did I say? That was like, oh, the old Justice League or whatever. And you're like, it's really not that old. I'm like, yeah, man, it's like from the early 2000s.
Yeah, we were talking about
like
people in color in
more than 10 years ago
in DC, and I was like, I don't know.
I still don't know.
Well, Cyborg and Jon Stewart, and you were like, I love Jon Stewart because he's from that old Justice League, and I'm like, it's not that old. Like in my head, I was like, it's not that old, but then I was just like, no, it's old. It's like 10 years now.
Yeah, it's like, I guess for like pop culture, if something is more than, honestly, if a pop culture, if something's more than culture.
Culture. It's a French word for culture.
Fucking want to die. Shit.
Yeah. The chair's like, here, I'll grant your wish, you little bitch.
God damn it. Is
Culture.
what was I saying? Culture. Oh, yeah, I feel like for pop culture, probably the lifespan's like 5 years. But for me, it lasts long. It lasts like 10. Like if it's hit 10 years,
so where's like
10 years old.
What's like
old.
Lost at now?
I've never watched Lost.
But like, where's that at? And like,
I don't know.
It's no longer pop culture, right?
I have no idea where that landed at.
Yeah.
Like, I have no idea when that started and when that ended because I was never interested in it.
Yep.
So you can't ask me that question. I don't know.
But I feel like that was one of like a culture milestone for a lot of people being like, Lost was so good, dude. But yeah.
Hold on.
What's up?
When did Lost end?
Hey, fake Siri.
The final episode of Lost was on May 23rd, 2010.
2010.
So I guess it's not really that old, but
Yeah.
whatevs.
So yeah, not that old.
That's what I said for like pop culture.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, it's still 7 years old.
like in the mainstream.
It's ended 7 years
It's 5
ago.
years, yeah.
Yeah.
But for me, I'm like, oh, that's still like great. And it's like, actually, that is 10 years old.
Fucking fuck you. Like Xbox was when the Xbox One came out was 10 years old. Like roughly, like it was getting there.
Oh my God, we had this discussion, didn't we?
Did we?
I feel like we've had this talk before because I was like, oh, I got the Xbox, the original.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's not really all that old. And then I'm just like, I mean, I knew that was old. But then I didn't really realize, like, the Xbox 360 and the Xbox One, like, how old those also were.
Yeah.
Like, because it's been a hot minute since they've come out.
Let's
and
see. I think it's been 3 to 4 years since the Xbox One has come out.
Yeah. And I'm
At
like,
least 3.
oh,
And then it's been 10
shit.
years since the 360 had its lifespan was 10 years roughly.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And I was like, I remember just being really fucking shook about that. I was like,
Yeah.
what? Has it really been that long?
And then think about like how long ago the 64 was. Oh shit. Time is bad.
Time is
For an illusion, it's a bad thing.
there's other
It's
illusions.
a weird fucking Martha
Like,
Stewart.
I just want to fucking.
And that's a bad thing.
I want to look in the mirror and just be like, oh, my head's small, my hips are big.
I had a fucked up dream, and I'm not like I actually hate listening to other people's dreams because they're like so fucking wild and bizarre that there's no following it. But I basically
Alright.
I cut my hair and I had an ugly face and I was like so sad. Like I don't know what.
What the fuck?
That was like the gist of it because I was. Oh fuck! I'm probably gonna edit this and put it in the front, but I meant to do some housekeeping. But anyway, I'll finish my thought. I want to take some pictures for our Patreon, and I was just like, well, I'm gonna get a haircut first, and I did that, and then I'm just like, I'm ugly now, and I just felt bad, and then I woke up late and I had to hurry to work.
Excuse
So
me. Have you ever talked about like my weird nightmare that I have every month, like on air?
I just said I don't like hearing dreams, so
Alright, it's
no,
fine.
I was just kidding. Go ahead, tell me.
It's like I'll give you kind of the gist of it.
Yeah,
Yeah, what are you doing? You're like fucking.
I'm like
squinting.
lining up my eyeballs with yours. Don't worry about it.
Squinting at me. I was
Squinting. My name's not Squinting.
God. Ask your baby his name. Squinting.
Squinting.
Like, oh, okay. You see him? Why? He's like, you see him?
You look at
He's
him.
fucking squinting.
Look at him. It ain't bright out here. You just squinting.
God.
Oh
Fucking
man.
wouldn't put it past people to do that. But the basic like gist of my nightmare, I have it once a month,
Yeah.
consistently since I was like
Still?
10. Yeah, it still kind of makes me feel shook whenever I wake up. It's like it's It's like that moment of what I feel.
I got one for you after this.
All right, it's like my friends and I, like the friends change, like because I make new friends throughout like my time as an adult or living my life.
Yeah.
And so we're all just like chilling, usually at like my house or something, someone's house, and we fall asleep.
This is not gonna get rapey, is it?
No.
Okay.
Not at all.
Please, that ain't a nightmare.
What?
That ain't a nightmare. That's a dream. No, just kidding.
I mean, some people are into that.
Yeah.
but
Consensual,
whatever,
non-con. I'm down with that.
So, anyway, we all like fall asleep and so whatever. But then I have like this almost like outer body experience where I can see over
Yeah.
like myself sleeping and then all my friends sleeping, and there's this like fucking weird like shadow figure.
Yeah.
It's like a shadow thing that just takes me, like grabs me and pulls me into each one of my friends like like dreams or brains. Or
Yeah.
whatever.
This is an episode of SpongeBob.
It's like, is this really?
No, I mean, sort of.
Oh my God.
SpongeBob keeps going into like other people's dreams.
Oh.
And like he helps Mr. Krab catch the dollar.
Oh, actually,
the
yes.
greenback whale.
I remember this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. But I think this is.
Parachute. No, parachutes. I said parachute.
Let me tell you, this nightmare is 11 years old
Okay.
currently.
How old is SpongeBob?
Older than that.
Okay.
But I don't know when the episode was. Anyway. So I go. It's almost like, have you ever seen Final Destination? People die in like
Happy
the fucking
birthday, Dream.
like weird ways.
Yeah, or like the log. It's like.
Yeah, or like some girl like fucking with her eye, or some with a eye doctor. You know,
I only know about the
whatever.
two: the log and the tire.
There's a lot of them. But yeah, no, people like essentially this shadow figure like kills off all my friends like the most weird, like grotesque way possible.
Yeah.
It's so
Like
odd.
fucking Saw and.
Almost, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I hate the fact that I can like look at like I don't want to watch this.
Yeah.
But there's nothing I can do. I can't say anything. I can't like really move or anything. I just have to watch all of this happen. And so then whenever they're dead, we come back out in my room, and the person like
They're dead.
they're dead. Yeah, and then
And they're dead.
my friends like lay on the floor dead. And then at the very end, after they fucking off all of my friends, it like stands in the room, looks right at me, and then just comes at me. And as soon as it comes at me, I wake up
Yeah,
every time.
Every time.
And like there's that fucking moment
Like
of
that jolt. Yeah.
like shook, like oh god, I just woke up, like I'm actually dead.
For a while, that sounded like sleep paralysis because like you see shadows.
Yeah, I think I'm possessed or something. I don't know. I'm
Yeah,
very
whatever.
I'm very like in tune with the
Man,
world.
it's
the weird.
so shitty that I got to talk about housekeeping because you could have used that as a totally sweet segue into what you want to talk about.
Sorry.
But fuck you. So we're posting these on Monday now, unlike we did last Monday, because I was like, I don't want this to be the first podcast video to go up, and also I have a Paper Mario episode to go up, so we'll just push it to last week. You okay?
Yeah, I just bit my lip. It hurts
Nice.
a bit.
Was it tasty?
No.
Okay. So I was, oh man, there's a lot to talk about. So, yeah, we got some new stuff coming up where we're gonna do some new intros. We're. What are you saying? Like I'm gonna be doing them?
No, I was making fun of you.
Oh, we're.
I'm grasping at straws.
Okay. Well, put them in your drink and slurp it, baby. So new intros, but until we get them, I think we're just gonna have an intro-less beginning, just cause like, I don't
really think
like ours enough
I don't want it to be intro
to keep it up there.
I don't think it should be like intro-less, but just like change it so it's not so stupid.
No, I don't. I mean, I don't want to half-ass another intro, and it just be like,
guess that makes
oh,
sense.
this sucks. So I'd rather just like, I'm gonna just try it. If it's like, this
whatever.
doesn't work either, I'll go from there. But like a lot of our next couple episodes are gonna just be us starting, no intro. And that's like really not important to anyone.
Let me say next couple, but it's not just the two. It's gonna be like a bit of them until we can kind of figure it out.
Yeah, right. It's gonna be a while because this takes time and money and getting all sorted. But yeah, like I don't know. Like I feel like we've been doing this for like 3 months now, and so now we're going to like start evolving how things are done, and I'm so excited for it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't really know what else to add other than like
Something I like. Sorry.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Oh, so I think Cam, you talked about this last time, but I'm just gonna reiterate. Mondays will be our podcast. We will put the so Patreon is gonna be the place to see it consistently. Every day on 1 is when the video is gonna go up. So Monday at 1, podcast goes up, podcast video. Tuesday at 1 is typically our main series, the one that it's like a longer, much like Paper Mario or Zelda. Then Wednesdays.
Wait, on Mondays we're doing a podcast and a video, or just podcast?
Just podcast.
Yeah, so I thought.
Tuesday
Sorry,
is
blanked out for a second.
the main series. Wednesdays we do something a little shorter. That would be like The Walking Dead. It's like a long video, but it's like, oh, there's only going to be like 10 episodes, 10 parts to this. Back to main series on Wednesday, or sorry, excuse me, on Thursday, and then on Friday it's going to be back to the short one. So kind of alternating on those, and I feel like again, Siri just woke the fuck up. Say goodnight, bitch. I don't know if I said Siri's name, but that bitch heard me. Anyway, oh, I'm shook now. Every day at 1 is when it's going to go up. So if you want consistency, just check out the Patreon. It's going to be all free for these videos that I'm talking about. And on YouTube, it's whenever we can flip the switch and make it live or make it public. So, I mean, whatever. Get your content however you want or wherever you want. This is just going to be a way for us to make sure things are in order, ready to go. Yeah, much like how when we started, our Patreon was originally where if you give X amount of dollars, you would get all the episodes on day 1 or on the first day of that week, which only worked out. It was a very poor plan because like I basically would have a huge chunk of content. Just I got to get ready, and then throughout the week I'd get the footage and the audio for different things, and I had to do it all over again. And every Sunday I was like freaking out because I was like, well, gotta upload
backlogging.
Yeah, and it was not good. And it was like, who was it even for? Like I did all the extra work, and like, we only had one patron at the time, so oops. But anyway, yeah. So go ahead and you can talk about the thing you want to talk about now.
I'm just, I guess.
Oh, I had a spooky dream too.
Okay, well, hold on a second. Yeah. I'm really excited that we're changing our logo.
Yeah, the logo's changing.
Yeah,
it's a lot sleeker.
It's not so.
I liked it. I liked our old one, but not to keep. Like it was a mad mod. It had like when I got rid of the dots. Like the dots were a fun idea, but when I eventually got rid of them, I feel like that's when it was like, okay, this looks good. Or like it's like, oh, it's much brighter. You can see what it is, and but I think we could do better.
Yeah, as Mike said, this next one is, it's sleeker.
Yeah,
it looks, it's more, it's grown, it's grown.
It's grown.
It's grown.
We're growing.
I will say, I feel like our first one is a little bit, it's a little bit childish to me. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say childish.
Childish.
I don't know, cause I feel like it's cute, but I don't think it represents us accurately. And this one's just like. It's not like
it's sleek, and it's not like it has a ton of character to it, but like it's, I don't want to call it generic either.
I don't know, it's just us.
It's just
it's just us.
We both like we were just kind of playing around in Photoshop, and I like we threw it together, and we're just like fuck yeah.
Anyway, your spooky dream.
So mine, I only ever had it when I was staying the night at my grandmother's house. And it's
fucking paranormal.
Yeah, every time.
Yep.
And it was funny because I thought no one else knew about it, but apparently everyone knew about it. My grandmother would pray to me, like for me every night, and yeah, she's like, "Oh, the devil, no devil,
where's she now?
My grandmother, she's still alive.
Oh,
yeah.
Does she live around here?
Yeah. Nothing to do with the dream, but you want to talk about where she lives?
No, sorry, I'm just curious.
Okay, she lives where Katie is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, anyway, this dream, it's so hard to describe because I was so young, but it was a train station, and the thing that would scare me is the noise the train was making. It was just like a constant, almost anxiety-inducing. And it would just get faster and closer and louder, like as I'd go on, and then I'd just wake up in the middle of the night and probably eat a slice of cheese and go back to sleep. There was a lot of slices of cheese in the fridge. I don't know what to say, but not a whole lot to it. But like every time, consistently, and like I gotta like wonder like what caused it, because like was it like their air conditioning unit like kicking on during the middle of the night, and I'm like, my young brain is just taking this noise and processing it, and whatever. But
I mean, it could be like, well, if we're gonna really get into
it could have been the devil.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think it was Freud who was like really into like dream psychology. I believe as a psychology major, I should know, but I don't. I believe it was Freud. Listen, I only know Freud, like really remember him as the guy who fucking did a lot of drugs and loved sex. So
Also, wasn't he like a motherfucker?
he was a motherfucker.
Yeah.
He sure as hell was.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, he like did. I believe he did like the dream analysis, and he would have reverted it back to like very like some like things he broken it down to whatever. But I mean, you could analyze it as just like there was things going on in your well, it's at your grandma's every time.
Yeah.
Was there anything about your grandma's that like freaked you out or anything? Like,
No, I loved going over there because I had video games.
Okay. Let's see. Well, that's kind of difficult then. Does she live in a really old house?
I feel like it was fairly modern.
That's so odd.
It was her and her two sons, my
Yeah,
uncles.
your uncles. It could be, yeah, your brain just like processing the air conditioning unit,
Yeah.
just like figuring out like what is this noise. It could be just like your own internal like anxiety, just
Manifesting itself in
the kind of
a
form.
way. Yeah.
Yeah, like I've thought about like
Baby anxiety. Baby's first anxiety. Baby's first panic attack.
God, fucking if that ain't me.
Yeah. I would sell that, and I would set it to the tune of like the My Little Pony, the My Little Pony.
Yes.
Baby's first anxiety. I don't know. Doesn't really work out sound wise, but it's there. It's there. We'll find it.
I love that.
It's a little uncharted. I was watching
Drox.
Nathan Drago. I was, man, I gotta say, sometimes I just start laughing while we're watching our own damn videos. And it's so like fucking like ego building to say that shit. Like whatever. Of course, I think it's funny. I said it, but there's just shit that we say that's just so funny. You're like, did I lose my map or did I just uncharted my pants? Like son of a bitch. Like sometimes in the,
Oh God.
I can't wait to start editing the last episode of or the episode 4 of The Walking Dead because
Yeah.
there's so many good moments in that. I can't even think of what they are, but
They're
God,
good.
yeah, they're good.
They're sprinkled. They're sprinkled.
I keep thinking of the kid in the attic. Spoiler, sorry for people who haven't watched that yet, but
Yeah.
it's just the whole like, hey kid, look. I'm not gonna give any of the jokes, but it's so fucking
That's
funny.
great.
That's my favorite bit is yelling off the microphone.
Well, every time you get off the mic.
Yeah,
I love it.
yeah,
Well, you could do it right into the mic, but then blow everybody's ears up.
yeah. I just yell right into it. So.
But it's like an aside. It's like if people have oh fuck.
Whoa, I don't even know what sound you made. It was all bass. Okay.
It's me hitting the pop filter a little bit.
Boom, it's a little drum.
It almost like is. Anyway, it's like whenever in like when you're having a visual.
Yeah.
And so you're looking at the camera, but then there's like a side eye camera, like for like how you feel about something. So say if someone makes a dumb joke.
It's like The Office a little bit.
Yes.
To me, it's very Looney Tunes because it's it's my favorite bit of Elmer Fudd chasing Daffy and Donald, and he goes to shoot and there's no bullets.
Daffy and Donald.
Oops.
I just got that too.
Bugs and Daffy. Sorry.
You're welcome.
Bugs and Daffy, and he's like, hey Daffy, look, no more bullets, and like Daffy gets shot, and he's like, Daffy, did you hear that? One bullet left, and he like stops, and he's like, yes, I know.
Yeah,
That's one of my favorite bits, and that's like what I think of when I yell at the camera, like, hey Daffy. It's like, yeah, we know.
yeah, we got it.
Yeah.
We're there.
What was the thing I said earlier? It's like, Mike, it's so cold out here. I don't need any top surgery anymore. I froze my tits off.
Oh God, yeah. The other day.
Yeah.
I was Mike was like, hey,
'Cause
have you left yet? And I was
No, because it was I was talking about the time how you don't want to go into my house.
I
You're
don't.
always
I
outside.
hate just like entering people's homes.
I'd be like, bitch, I'm home.
That's fucking so rude to me. Like,
All right, sorry,
my
you
mom,
think I'm rude.
This is how my mom raised me. Let me tell you. She's like, you walk up to the door, and if they have like two doors, so there's like a screen door and like
Yeah.
a heavy door. She's like, you open the screen door, knock on the heavy door, close the screen door, and take 2 steps back.
Yeah.
And I do that every time. And I wait for the person to open the door.
And I go, hi, Mrs. Cam's mom.
You're just like, hey, I live here now.
Yeah.
Mom's
Where's
like,
what's in the fridge?
whatever. Except if you were to walk into my house like that, my mom would not react. But then as soon as you left, she'd be like, wow, it was kind of rude of Mike to just enter the
No,
house like
I
that.
wouldn't actually do that. I'd knock.
No, I know. I mean, if I lived in my own place,
Yeah.
I'm sure you'd be like, what's up, fucker?
No, I like honestly, if I were to knock and not answer, and I know that I was being expected, I'd open the door and yell into it, be like, "Hey, anyone here? I'm coming in."
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then I would just let myself in
Yeah.
after I've knocked and waited. So
Well, anyway, as you were saying, because it gets, I mean, we're entering into spring now, but when we started doing this whole thing, it was winter. It was winter.
winter,
It was winter.
December 12th.
Winter. And so it was cold. Like, it's been cold.
Yeah.
I'm like, Mike, I text him, like, can you come let me in? And Mike made the comment, and he's like, oh, look at you, Mr. Freezy. You don't need top storage anymore because you froze your tits off. It was
Mr.
great.
Freezy.
I told my mom that joke.
Yeah.
She chuckled. She
Yeah.
got a laugh out of it.
I feel like you said this already. Your mom is my biggest fan.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's like, he's fun. I mean, my mom, she thinks you're funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she thinks Beck's really nice. My mom hasn't met anybody else, like
Yeah.
any of the other friends I hang out with. Oh, she's met Mollie.
Mollie.
As I'm just name dropping all my fucking
Yeah.
friends.
The gang's all here.
All 3 of us.
Yeah.
And then
Have you met
SpongeBob.
Spazzy? That's my best friend. Sorry.
I love my dog,
I know.
and my dog loves me. So step off.
Step off.
Step
off. Step off. Nice.
I wanted to talk about something,
Yes.
and it was it's paranormal.
Yeah.
We're doubling back to this.
Double back.
Because I was also a little shook when Siri was like, what up, bitch?
Yeah,
I'm here.
She just started recording what I was saying. I was just like, "Nuh-uh, bitch, not today." Hold on. I do have a question.
What if it's
before-
actually the government, like accidentally
checking up on me?
clocking in your phone?
Yeah.
It's like, whoops.
No, they would just do it like without me knowing. They wouldn't fucking activate Siri, or unless they
What if it was
triggered.
like, what if it was like, yeah, what if it was an
They're
accident?
Like, yeah, like this bitch. As long as he doesn't say, "Hey Siri," he won't like ever hear us. Go to sleep.
I'm listening.
Go to sleep.
Go to sleep.
I'm listening.
I'm listening. No, you're not. Go back to bed. So I said I just wanted to do this episode with just you and me. And I was like, there's no reason why we can't have like an episode where we just don't get fucking up our own asses with analytical nonsense.
Yeah, I know.
How is it with SuperMega and their podcast? Like, because it's just the 2 of them, right?
Yeah.
Are
it's
they-
like always? I mean, not always. Like they sometimes have, like
Like they had Ross.
The last
Ross.
guest was Ross.
Ugh.
Listen,
Ross.
it was great listening to Ross talk. I will say.
I'm just kidding. I'm sure he's fine. But like, how is it listening to him? Because like, I only know of podcasts that are groups, and when there's only 2 of them, it's actually like a bad episode because they just like, they don't know how to do 2 men.
I think maybe like
What are they going for jokes? Are they like? You told me that they just sometimes let the silence feel like they just have silence, and then they just find something interesting to say. They don't force it.
yeah. So they have addressed this. They're like, you only get. They're like,
Like what? Pants and a shirt? Ba-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
I wish people would just see
I'm
what
Ross.
God damn it. God damn it, Ross. That's actually something that talks about in the podcast.
Yeah.
The fucking okay, so we as in you and I do
Yeah.
the dude, welcome.
Dude, welcome. We
Okay.
were doing it all day today.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, thank you. And you're like, dude, welcome.
But that's something that we do,
Yeah.
right? And so at the beginning of SuperMega, as I just gush over SuperMega, so at the beginning of SuperMega, like Matt used to say, yes, 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 daddy likes, just like for no reason. Like,
Yeah.
I don't even know where he got it. I don't even think he remembers where he got it. But
He'd be like, "Hey, dude, I got you this cake," and he wouldn't. It wouldn't because of that. It just because like
like if something good happened in the game they're playing, be like, yes, like it was just like it was just like something. It was just something he did, and then because SuperMega already had like a fairly big like
following.
Big air quote. I don't know how much.
How do you gauge this? And what is big?
Yeah, for real. Like I don't know, like 100,000 subscribers. Whatever, like less than that. They just
40,000.
Whatever. Yeah,
like,
probably. I don't know.
I mean, like, yeah. Go on.
Anyway, people would go to like other like YouTubers, like any like other YouTube videos, and just type in like yes, 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 daddy likes, or some other like weird quote that they were like saying, something like that. They had like a couple of them.
Yeah.
And it would really fucking bothered them. Like, so they stopped saying it. Like, they just completely have stopped saying it.
So they would go to other YouTubers and they say
not,
yes, yes, yes.
Not them, but like the people, like the subscribers.
Oh, they would say to other subscribers.
I love Matt and Ryan. Oh my god, they're so funny. And then they
the next comment
say like they talk about a video, like oh, like Matt's like, oh, I really like this song. Everyone should check it out. It's like I'm gonna go check out this song. So I'm gonna go to this song and I'm gonna leave a comment. Yes, yes, yes. Daddy likes on that fucking song that they recommended. Like that's why they were so annoyed. Like they were like, honestly, we leave it on our videos. Fucking, we don't give a shit. Yeah, it gets tired. Like we get tired of seeing it, but we just don't want to see it like a branded on other people's like stuff because it gets.
This is our joke and like
it's spam. It's gross. Like,
someone's gonna go to that music video or whatever they pimped out and they're gonna be like, what the fuck is happening in the comments?
Yeah, they're like, you should be commenting and praising the artist, not us who made some fucking dumbass joke about the video or whatever. Like that's why they stopped saying like a lot of their tropes and stuff like that. They just got tired of it, and so Ross actually was like, I get what you mean. He's like, because he got also tired of people just being like, God damn it, Ross, or like,
damn it, Ross, or whatever.
Yeah, like variations of that. People would always say that, and he's like, I fucking get so tired of it. He's like, if I meet a fan, and he's like, and they're not
their first words,
they're
they
not
come
like
out.
an eloquent fan. Like one of the first things they say is like, God damn it, Ross, and he's like, I didn't fucking say anything.
That's such a weird thing because it's you probably fucking know this by listening to podcasts, but you feel there's a picture on Tumblr of like this dude with like pictures of women eating cereal, and he's eating cereal with them, and it's like what it feels like to listen to a podcast. Like, dude,
yes,
you feel so much part of the group. Like you are like, I'm there laughing at your joke in live time. You're like telling a joke, and I'm laughing, and I'm like, oh, that's so funny, and like I have my own joke. I'm like, yeah, but I bet he, like you're saying, like whatever. People listen, people do different things when they're listening to podcast or whatever, I'm sure, but like you feel so much.
That's how I feel.
Yeah, and like we divulge so much personal information that we're like, yeah, I fucking love when I go on a drive, and people at home are probably like, yeah, I love when I do that too. I'm so like them, and like it sucks to say, but I have no connection to the people I listen to.
Yeah,
or rather, the connection is one way. I have it with them. They don't have it with me. And if I were to go up and just say, I don't know, like something about wrestling to like
John Cena,
not John Cena. Well, I mean, maybe I don't know, to Jeff Gertzman or I can't even think of his name right now. Not Danny. Dan. Whatever.
Macho Man Randy Savage?
No. Listen, talking about podcasts, you fuck.
No, I'm sorry.
Jake the Snake.
You actually gonna go up to Dwayne
Big Show.
The Rock Johnson?
I really thought Rey Mysterio died while I was watching wrestling because he got his fucking face kicked in. Yeah.
I don't remember seeing any of that. Hey, moving on.
So, but like I'll say a joke that was funny to me, that meant something to me that I remember, but to them it's like, it's just to them it was just Wednesday.
Yeah.
It was just a Monday, or I can't remember what the Bison quote is, but do you know what quote I'm talking about?
What? No.
Chun-Li. So Bison from Street Fighter.
Yeah.
The reason why Chun-Li is fighting is because her family's dead, and by the hands of Bison. And she confronts him, and she's like, for you that was the most important day of your life, but for me it was just Tuesday. Like it was just another day to him, and that's got to be what podcasting is like. And I totally understand like why they must.
That fucking water.
just keep going. Because it's not the shower, it's just the sink. I gotta imagine that's what they feel. That like they're taking what they say and they're like
when someone comes up and it's just like yes.
Yeah, it's like, is that what you like? I wonder if they're like, is that what you know me as? Like, is that I just say the quip and like it's the, hey Bart, do the thing. And, yeah.
I think I don't know.
It can't be all that. It's also got to be like, hey, go and appreciate their shit. Don't just spout out our nonsense.
Yeah, that's
And give it a million thumbs up.
Mainly like what they were like really annoyed at. They're like obviously, don't come up to us in person and be like, say it, just say it.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, fuck you. And they're gonna walk away because they're like, we're not here like to entertain you. Like that's why we're here on the internet to entertain you. But if you're gonna talk to us in person, like we're not your personal entertainers.
Respect the artist, not the character I play.
But what they were really really bothered is it being branded everywhere.
Oh,
it's
really?
Like, that's what I was saying.
TM.
That's what. Fucking, you're right.
Yes,
TM.
TM. Dude, welcome, TM. Which is funny. It's not even our joke. It's a joke on the internet of fucking. For people who don't know, the dude welcome is someone named their character, their link in Orcarian Time, dude, and he goes up to the great tree and he's like, dude, welcome. ... It's I
so
fucking
great.
love it.
Anyway, like I said, it was like a branding thing. They're like, we're not gonna recommend it. Like at one point, they were like, we're gonna recommend like a song at the end of the video, and they were doing like there's like a couple videos like podcasts where they were recommending songs, and then like they're like, we can't do that because you guys go to the songs and just type in like stupid shit that we say. It's like, why do you cling on to that? Just like go appreciate what we're putting out there, and I feel bad for people who only watch like their gaming videos.
Yeah,
it's like because Matt and Ryan to me like just seem like really cool people, and yeah, I understand what you're saying with like, oh, we're not we're not having a connection. Like, I'm enjoying you, but you're not enjoying me. That kind of thing.
Right.
Like, I very distinctly know that they have no idea who I am. Hopefully, they know who I am at some point.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
That would be fucking stellar. But like, yeah, I have a connection with them. I'm like, obviously, I enjoy their content. I enjoy what they're making. They make me laugh. They make me feel good. I mean, and that's it. Like, that's kind of the weird thing of the internet. Like, do you think they thought about that when the internet was fucking created? Like, oh, people are gonna actually fucking connect and feel things. I think this was made for like databases.
It's
like,
it's obviously I can't answer that.
I know. What's the meaning of life?
42. See, the way you go about that, if some fucking asshole is like, hey, what's the meaning? Like, hey, if you need anything, let me know. Oh, what's the meaning of life? You'd be like, 42, which is a Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy reference. And then you follow up with, now it's up to you to figure out what that means to you. Boom, done. You're out. Fucking wipe your hands. Peace.
Peace.
Yeah, because things mean different things to different people.
You're
anyway,
right.
So I can't imagine they thought that it was going to be as simple as like the telephone, because the telephone, you still need to like, in the 90s, in order to call someone, you would have to like interface with them somehow, even if
dial-up.
It
was a dial-up.
I mean, in order to call someone, I had to know their number.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I could just type in random numbers, but like, it's not like I'm going to make a meaningful connection out of that. Like, for me to call you, I'd have to be like, hey, Cam, what's your number?
I have to know
I'm going
you.
to call you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so it's nowhere close to like just communicating to someone, because also you're communicating to one person typically, just one person on the other line. So like, man, I can't even imagine. Like, I wonder if there was a guy or gal that was like, people are gonna like form connections through this, like not just digital ones, but like actual emotional, physical ones. And I mean, to stop myself, I know we're getting analytical again on a.
I think it's just like a little
yeah
aside. Just like a weird question, real quick. How many numbers have you memorized?
911. End of the list.
I was waiting for more. That was it.
I got my own.
You know your own number?
I know my own number.
And then 911?
I could probably guess Jackie's, but...
I only know mine, 911, and my mom's.
End of list.
And my house number, because I still have a home phone like a fucking heathen.
Yeah.
Because who has a home phone nowadays? I do. And you know why it's great about it? Because all those fucking stupid telemarketer calls people get all just go directly to my house.
Yeah.
And we don't get none of them. And it's so great because then we can see on the see in the caller ID who is calling, and we don't have to answer it.
The weirdest thing is you still have a caller ID too.
And
anyway,
let me tell you, I actually didn't. Whoa, I didn't get caller ID on my phone till a few
that
years,
was a thing.
a few years ago.
You didn't get caller ID on your phone. You would have to sign. You would have to I want the caller ID package on my fucking cell phone.
Yeah, well, I'm not talking about myself.
I know, but
phone.
you would have to buy that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
For people, I feel like a lot of people, it was, oh, we got the house phone, and then as soon as you could get oh, now I can know who's calling.
Yeah.
We're gonna do it.
Yeah.
We're gonna fucking do it. And then
Now I can just fucking.
And then when house phones essentially went obsolete, because
Yeah.
that's essentially what they are. You don't need it anymore.
No.
We have a computer that makes phone calls
Space
in our
computer,
fucking
yeah.
hands right now.
That's why I keep calling it a pocket space computer. Or I have a space computer in my pocket or whatever.
It's exactly what it
Yeah.
is. Yeah, the use of
Calculator math machine.
the use of house phones is no more.
Yeah.
Again, I
And
still
you
have
know what
one.
really sucks? Even if you do have a house phone, it's typically VoIP, voice over IP, which is internet phone. So if you wanted,
yeah.
if you had power. If the power's out, you're fucked.
That's because that's what ours is connected to. Because it's
They're
there's been several times just living in the fucking Midwest, you get
Yeah.
some storms and shit, as you do.
as you do.
And the power goes out, be it whatever you want to, whatever kind of storm, take your pick.
Yeah.
And-
Ice, firestorm,
Yeah, I
tornado
mean,
storm.
well, it happens a lot in in southern Missouri,
Yeah.
fires and shit,
Yeah.
and they fucking blow up into fucking where we live. It's amazing.
It's not California bad, but yeah.
No, it's not, but it happens.
Uh,
And so whenever we don't have power, there's no telephone.
they were talking about this on the Beastcast, and they were saying how they want to push that because one, it's cheaper. Because, sorry, excuse me, a little burpy. One, it's cheaper because you probably already have internet, and two, it's on relegated or not relegated. The government hasn't put regulations in it. For phones, they have regulations set in place, but not for phone over internet, voice over internet. So that's a way to
Yeah.
skirt rules and laws.
I know for a fact. Maybe I'm just old fashioned and I believe in this, but I know when I'm in my own place and
Oh, Biani.
functioning as an actual adult in society, I'm gonna have a house phone.
Yeah.
As lame as that sounds, because it's hey, what's your phone? So say if I ever had foster kids or whatever, and just a weird realm.
All right,
I have,
we're
a
jumping
foster
over B
kid.
and getting to C. What are you fucking
Yeah.
talking about?
I don't know, say if I have a foster kid or something.
And it has a phone on their back? What?
No.
Where's the phone come in?
I'm saying is, if they're in school, I'm not gonna give the school my telephone number. I'm not gonna give them my cell phone. I'll give them my house phone number. And because I don't want them just calling me constantly. Okay. Yeah, I don't want you calling my cell phone constantly. If you have my cell phone number, it's because you have it for a reason. And
Yeah.
it's because I gave it to you to keep and call me when you want to talk to me. My house phone number.
If those fucking teachers want to call me, they can. I'm gonna give them my burner. So that way, when the kid fucks up, I just phone gone.
Oh God, it was
You're on your own little shit.
Have fun. So I don't know. It's so weird. God, things are weird.
Anyway, what do you want to go back to talk to about? Because we've kind of jumped ship all over the place.
Fucking paranormal.
Okay.
I want to talk about this the entire time.
So just to wrap up, they SuperMega do podcasts and they're not always funny. They're sometimes like this.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
They don't make jokes constantly.
Yeah.
I think that's the thing with when you're when I listen to these group podcasts and there's just two of them, it's not funny. But I think because Matt and Ryan have always just been two people,
Yeah.
that's just their vibe. I think it's like us.
When it's
So
three
is-
people, it's always there's a joke to be had somewhere. So
Yeah, but not necessarily. Anyway, yeah, whatever. Yes, they're intimate sometimes. And
Yeah.
it's analytical.
anyway,
Do
that's
you-
all we got for this episode. Oh, okay, I'm so shook.
Okay, we're actually almost out of time.
Yeah.
But I wanted to ask,
We're
do you actually believe in ghosts?
talk about your paranormal stuff, and I'll answer at the end.
Okay, just because like I had like I always feel really in touch with like
The answer is no.
world. You don't believe in like that?
No,
Paranormal?
because I have a very firm belief that when I die, I will eventually be forgotten, and I will be no more. I don't want a headstone.
So are you saying that like paranormal exists because people like remember?
I could be, but what I am saying is, much like how my dad has passed away, he lives on because I remember him. Eventually, I will pass away, and those who do remember him will, follow suit, and he'll be nothing more than a rock in a yard. So.
And you don't think there's like some kind of like energy, like any of his energy, like any energy of like any like living thing like out in the world? So like after
It's hard
what I'm
if
saying
you're
is,
if
like-
you're bringing up my dad. It's really hard because me and Jackie often believe that he's not dead, and that we're just gonna he's gonna show up in a supermarket one day, and we're gonna have to like chase him.
I'm not saying that.
So.
I'm saying like, so say if I die, yeah, you'll think of me or whatever.
Yep.
I also I don't want to be buried. I just want to be cremated. I don't want.
I'm gonna make you wear a mushroom suit. Cremation's
No,
bad.
I know we've talked about this. Or I want to be turned into a tree. Anywho,
Chummed.
I don't want to be chummed.
Okay.
I'm a water
Mushroom suit or chummed?
I'm
You
not
only
a-
get one.
I'm a water sign, but I'm not that connected with the ocean. Let me tell you.
Don't you want to be part of a shark?
No.
2 sharks? Okay, go on.
If you maybe 3. If
Maybe
we're like
3,
fucking
alright.
maybe.
Yeah.
So I'm saying like if I die, you don't think like some of my like internal energy will still linger in the world?
You will be energy in my brain as neurons connect to each other, and I think of my fond memories of the sweet boy Kamden.
It's so weird because I was watching like Ghost Adventures, and
Yeah.
let me tell you, I don't really believe TV ghosts though, like shows, because like fucking that shit don't seem real. But I mean, some of it some of it makes me like real shook. I'm like, oh, of course, because like
Yeah.
that's the point. Like that's the point is to get you fucking hyped.
Yeah.
But I don't know, my family and I were like super into like ghosts, paranormal shit or whatever, and I've had quite a few instances I just cannot fucking explain other than like this is some sort of like paranormal thing. But I have also been to places and have felt and experienced things, and I'm like I feel like I feel like I have a memory of some sort in a place I've never actually been. But then when I talk to like a historian, like that's on like the guide or
Yeah.
whatever we're doing, like it's like, hey, this is kind of what I'm feeling, this is what I'm experiencing. Is this like valid in any sense? And like we'll fucking pull up receipts and like record books show like validating what I'm feeling.
Yeah.
Um,
So
sometimes it's like a name. I'm like, I feel like this room feels like Albert. What's up?
his grandmother used to call a guy named Albert on Tuesdays. All right. So like, jokes aside,
Yeah. Okay.
I'll lay it out like this, and this is not like these are what I believe, but I don't want to spend time thinking if ghosts could be real when there's other things I'm way more down in believing. Much like
unicorns, right?
shut your goddamn mouth.
Fucking North Korea.
People are gonna be like, what?
Yeah, they claim they captured the first real
Oh, yeah,
unicorn.
that's real.
But they're like, we're not gonna show anybody.
Of course. Also, can I borrow a bunch of glue and a horn and a horse?
God, I know.
So like, I like the theory that the continuous conscious, like where when you pass away, your conscious is then jumped to a alternate reality
cool.
in which you're still alive.
Yep.
Like I'm like totally 100% down for that. Then like I like that concept way more in my head than thinking about ghost. So like I'd rather think about this alternate world in which I'm still alive, even though like I had just previously been crushed or something, like I got shot and now I'm still alive.
Do you think it works in the sense of do you think time is relevant? As in,
You're asking way bigger questions than I'm able to produce answers for.
I'm gonna leave it. I'm just kind of leaving a little thought.
No, let's keep going.
I want to leave on a thought.
Okay, well, leave your thought at the end because I want to keep going.
So what if like you like this continuous like thought theory or whatever?
Yeah.
Okay. So is time relevant in this? As in, when you die. So
Right.
say if you die in like I don't know, fucking 2020, so a couple years from now.
I can only hope. I said I'm dying at 30. Anyway, go on.
Okay. Will you then will your conscious continue then in like 2020 or 2021? Or will it like, oh, now my conscience, like your conscious being,
Right.
is in like 1762?
So,
do you believe like time is relevant in that kind of sense then?
I mean, like I can't really answer that because time moves differently depending. It's God, man, I'm saying things that I'm like fucking really not prepared to say, but like time moves relative to your speed. Much why, like if you were to travel at the speed of light, it would seem like no time has passed, which to me, a lot of time has passed. The second book of Ender's Game kind of goes into that, where like Okay, so in the very beginning, this is not spoilers because like it's like first chapter stuff. But if you don't want to hear, I think it's called Speaker of the Dead. You don't want to hear any spoilers for that.
Click away.
Click away. Podcast is almost over anyway. So him and his sister are traveling from planet to planet after the bug war, and because look, have you never seen Ender's Game?
No.
Okay.
I've never seen it or
it's a good book. Orson Scott Card is a garbage person. Still a good book.
Okay.
So they're traveling, they're colonizing different planets, basically, and they're joining these colonization efforts. So they're traveling at light speed to planet, but because they're traveling at light speed constantly, centuries have passed, to the point where Andrew Wiggins, is just an idol. Like, oh, he's the reason. He is the conqueror of the buggers. Like, buggers is like a derogatory term for the aliens that they killed. Look, man.
Rude. That's so rude.
I mean, whatever. He's the conqueror of the buggers. He allowed us to colonize all these planets. And so his main efforts now is finding other intelligent life within the world, because he found out at the very end that the buggers were smart. They weren't just like this hive mind, constant progression, conquer everything in the universe mind. Like they were actually intelligent, and they were doing what they thought the humans were a threat, and so they were attacking back. Mm-hmm. And so he's like I said, going around finding this intelligent life. And he is many centuries old because he keeps traveling at the speed of light. Eventually, his sister finds a life mate, and she settles down on the planet. And he's like, "Are you not coming with me?" And she's like, "No, I have a family now." And so he's like, "Well, that means that when I leave and I go to a different planet, like
you dead."
No, she wasn't dead. She's like, she went from like 20s, early 30s to like her 60s. And it was like this very real moment of like she hadn't seen her brother for like 30 plus years, and he's still the same as he looked when he left, and he now looks at his sister who's many years older, and it's like this really like surreal moment for them. So that's a roundabout way of saying like, I don't know how this conscious mind thing works, because
I'm not there yet.
What if I had to my conscious wasn't instantaneous and I had to travel there? Would that mean that my mind regroups with my, because there's a conscious there, isn't there? So like my mind would have to like coalesce together, and like who knows if that's instantaneous, if that's even a thing, or if I just like one eye shuts but I still see, you know what I mean? Like I'm like a beast of a million eyes, and only one of them shut because it was wisped out of existence, and
It's your whispering eye.
Yeah, my butthole. When it farts.
It's a vagina.
Oh.
Talk about her vagina.
Okay. So.
Sorry, it's a role models reference.
All right. Anyway.
Come back to fucking LARPing. Here we go.
Did you, yeah, it's full circle. That's a callback. It's called a comedy callback. I don't know. Tell me your thoughts on, like, everything I just said about Ender's Game, and I'm curious. You seem like you were interested or bored. I couldn't tell.
I'm genuinely interested, but I was being a dick.
What's your final thought?
My final thought?
Yeah, you had one. Unless, are you not?
My final question was, I wanted to pose to you and maybe think, like, for other people.
You want me to answer, or do you want to just leave it?
I already asked it.
All right. What was it?
Is this time relevant? That kind of thing.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, whatever. I guess my closing thought on that is, like, okay, you can kind of marry that with my belief of, like, does that happen instantaneously? Because if no, then is that why that I believe, like, there's, like, a conscience, an energy that can be ever present in the, like, around in the world.
Yeah.
But maybe not.
Who knows, dude? The only way to find out.
Who knows?
Drink the Kool-Aid.
Well, is it grape at least?
What?
Is it grape at least? I guess not. Anyway.
It doesn't look grape.
Doesn't look grape.
It's red. I hate red. No, I hate tropical punch, by the way.
I like fucking fruit. I like that
fruit by the foot.
Artificial fruit drinks. They're pretty good. Anyway, thanks for joining us on this podcast. We tried to not get analytical. It kind of trailed
Anal.
there.
But we love anal.
Fucking who doesn't? I mean, with anal, you don't have to, like, be safe or anything. You can just stick it in, right?
Yeah. No, be safe. Don't just stick it in. What the fuck?
I know. You know I'm being a shit.
Yeah.
I'm all about safe sex. It's the best sex.
Yeah. You hear that, kids?
Anyway, thanks, everybody. Bye.
Bye, Cam.